Hey everyone, it's Eva here again. And today I'm talking with Anna Sulikowska. And we're going to talk a little bit about her latest project and how she's been using high quality 3D visualization videos to bring her vision and design to life in an effective way to communicate with her clients. And now with Anna, we do have a little bit of a history together, working together. But for those who are seeing our collaboration for the first time, Anna, can you kind of introduce yourself a little bit and tell me what you do?
Sure. So I am a nearly licensed architect in Canada. I'm with Ontario Association with Architects, and I've worked for about 13 years now on different aspects of different kinds of typologies, anything from residential, large-scale residential to government projects, transportation projects, airports, institutional projects. So a whole variety. I specialize mostly in Revit. I love that program. So I'm all about advanced technologies and efficient logistics, I guess. So and I lived in Toronto mostly. I did my master's in Toronto, and I'm in Western Canada right now, in Edmonton. And lately I've been working on smaller projects, even in Italy. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds great. So a large variety of projects and internationally as well.
Yeah, I'm beginning to sort of do little projects outside of Canada. So, yeah.
That sounds great. And so you've been using Revit your whole career, or is it something that you've kind of lately started using?
No, I've been using it in school. The tendency of the academic world was to push other softwares on as a standard, but I always found them very flimsy and not synchronized enough. Right. And Revit was the only software which sort of aligned with how I think about design and construction. I definitely have been using it since maybe 2007.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's great. That's great. So about our latest collaboration, we've been working together for a couple of years now, right?
Yes.
And we've made a couple of projects together. So can you tell me about our latest project?
So the latest project was, it's a proposal for someone's house in Palm Springs. And that client is also an old friend. He is someone who works, he's a photographer. He's quite a known photographer, and he also paints quite a bit. So I decided to make a proposal for his house, which is 2 buildings with a swimming pool. One is a studio and one is the residence. And it's just a very simple frame with a lot of glazing, surrounded by the context or like the landscape of Palm Springs, an area like the beautiful landscape and the desert. So I wanted to highlight that, and Prefixa definitely helped me contextualize that idea without, using Prefixa to make this project happen. I wouldn't be able to communicate the context as well as with this video. And you guys did a great job. So thank you.
I'm very glad to hear that. Yeah, so the whole project was really about bringing the landscape kind of into the design and just really designing for a dear friend of yours to have a place for him.
Yes. But also because he's just a very inspiring individual, and these are the kinds of clients that I aspire to working with.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. So the client inspires you, and you maybe inspired the client with your work as well.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So can I ask, since we've been working for a couple of years, what has kind of made you stay with us this whole time?
Because, well, part of it is because you guys, we have a good rapport. So, we have a good relationship.
Yeah.
It's really easy to work with you guys. You're super accommodating, even if my schedule is crazy sometimes. Yeah. And so you're so patient, if something takes me a long time to deliver for you to work on. But there's so many more projects that I would like to do in the next year. It's just a matter of time, finding time to give these projects to you guys. But definitely, and the final product is incredible because, I was never into fancy renderings or really, like, I always like very basic kind of almost like understated minimalist maybe renderings images, but I love, like, I like how simple and how you can communicate that also with the software that you use. So for me, it's definitely it's one of the reasons I love working with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. And working together for quite some time, it's been nice because now we know how you work, and it's very easy to communicate with you, and we know what you want and kind of the style that you want to go for. So it's really nice to be able to work together on those projects because we kind of know what to expect, and to expect from us as well. So
yeah, and you guys are really nice. So yeah,
thank you. No, we love working with you. So you've been really using like these videos to communicate with your clients and the people who you do your work and proposals for. What has been their reaction to the work?
Usually it's wow, like people are so astonished by even the two projects that you guys did for me. The clients or the friends were so surprised by how well everything was executed, and it just looks like like they were impressed. And these are I would say like people who are a little bit higher caliber, who have very good taste themselves. Yeah. So if I'm impressing, if your work is able to impress people who have these high standards or high aesthetic, I would say, then it's definitely a successful project.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and definitely. And bringing your vision and your designs to life, like that's what we're doing. And I'm glad that we've been able to do that and communicate your vision to them as well.
Yeah, and I definitely, I wouldn't be able to do such an amazing job myself because I'm focused on other things and other aspects of the design. So I'm happy to leave it to professionals who just are very good at what they're doing.
Yeah, I think last time we talked about how you want to focus on the design and you can leave everything else to other people. And that way you actually have time to focus on the design actually.
Yeah, thanks for remembering that. Yes, because that definitely is, it's like a very valuable tool or like a valuable business, valuable service that you guys provide to help us do this. Because like I said, and like you said, sometimes we wouldn't be able to do it ourselves.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that we've been able to help you in your design process as well.
Thank you.
So can I ask, would you recommend other architects like you to work with us? I know it's a pretty straightforward question, but I would like to hear your ideas.
Yeah, and I've talked to other friends about your software as well. I think just maybe I think a lot of different offices like have their own teams already, or sometimes the architects do produce their own renderings, and they're like, oh, maybe we don't need a video, but that may change. Depending on the scale of the project. But yeah, I definitely keep telling my colleagues about your company, and if people are not using you, I think they're missing out on opportunities.
Oh, I really appreciate that, Anna. Thank you. Yeah, that's great. So you talked a little bit about your next projects and things that you have under works. Can you tell me a little bit more about those?
Yeah, so there's a few more things that I've been sort of designing or thinking of doing, and I'm not sure if I want to talk about them yet exactly, but some of them have to do with, maybe doing a little project in Italy, or there's just some other smaller things that I'm thinking of doing. And maybe doing design, like an urban landscape with residential towers. I think we talked about it.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it.
Yeah, so I would like to start working on that soon.
Great. Yeah. So a couple of smaller projects coming up for you in the near future, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so finally, where can we find out more about you and your work online? Do you have a Instagram page, something like that?
I just have an Instagram account, and it's Luso _, but the way that it's spelled is a little bit difficult because I'm trying to, basically trying to come up with a good, I'm very bad at marketing. I actually should hire you guys to do my marketing. And I should hire you as my PR person.
Down.
No. So that's still in the works. I have to find someone who's going to design my website. It's just still always a work in progress. I feel like I don't need it that much right now, but once I have everything compiled, it's gonna come together. Because it's really hard to decide on the name of the firm and things like that. I find that I change my mind way too often, so I need a professional to tell me, like, this is what the name of your company is, and I'll be like,
okay. Well, I'll link your Instagram account to this video as well, so maybe we can go see some of your works there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Anna, for taking the time to talk with me and tell me about your project and our collaboration. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much, Eva. And
Thanks.
yeah.
Okay. See you later, everyone. Bye.